Hello, this is Digital Dental Marketing Made Easy. I am Natalia Porras, your host, and today I'm going to be talking about Snapchat ads specifically for orthodontists and for oral and maxillofacial surgeons. If you've been around for a while, you know that I am the founder of NP Marketing, which is a digital dental marketing agency that is based out of Montreal. Consider subscribing to this channel, as every single week we publish a video that talks upon a topic on digital marketing strategies for dental practices. By the end of this video, you're going to leave with 2 reasons as to, if you're an orthodontist or an oral surgeon, why you should be using Snapchat ads for your practice. I'm also going to be showing you how to make use of Snapchat ads in a very short step-by-step tutorial. Let's get started. So why can Snapchat ads be an amazing marketing tool for orthodontists and for oral surgeons? Let's start off with orthodontists. As an orthodontist, of course, you're attracting teenagers and young adults back into your practice. As an oral surgeon, if you're doing wisdom teeth removal surgery, of course, you're also trying to attract teenagers starting from the age of about 16, let's say, all the way to 24. So if you think about social media platforms, the one that is attracting that same demographic, that younger demographic, number one would be Snapchat, for that matter. So reason one is that your demographic for teenagers specifically is going to be on Snapchat. So using Snapchat ads as a way to both increase brand awareness or to bring in traffic back into your dental clinic is a fantastic marketing tool. Reason number 2 is that not a lot of clinics are doing Snapchat ads simply because they are either unaware of the platform, they do not know how to use it, or they haven't even thought about it as part of a mainstream platform to attract a teenager demographic. So I'm going to show you how in this very quick step-by-step tutorial. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you want to go to the Snapchat business page. So you're going to go to forbusiness.snapchat.com, and that's going to land you on this page. First thing you want to do here is you want to click on that create an ad button. And here it's going to prompt you to enter all of your information so that you create an account. Once you have created your account, then you're going to log in and we're going to get started with the creation of our Snap ad. Okay, so here we are. I'm going to show you how to create a Snap ad. We are within Snap Ads Manager. That's where you should be as well. Now, before we get started, I want you to prepare a catchy headline like such. You could actually do much better than this one. I want you to prepare it beforehand, and you're going to be using it as your headline. I also want you to have ready your logo, and I also want you to have a photo or a visual or a graphic design, which it's going to be used as part of your ad in here. So you're going to go ahead and you're going to fill all of this in with your name, with your headline. And the second step would regularly be to create your ad right here, but I'm going to skip this step for now. I'm going to come back to that because I want to show you this third part, which is the definition of who is going to be seeing your ad. So this is the most important part, I would say. I'm going to go very quickly through this because Snapchat has a lot of different categories that you could add to this that are really, truly interesting. Okay, so if we're looking to attract a young audience of people who are looking to align their teeth, if you're an orthodontist, that's the example that I'm going to use here today. Let's say that our ages are between 14 and 18. We want to have all genders on there. Then of course, you also forgot to mention this. You include your region. I'm going to say Canada. Within your region in here, you could select a province, so for example, Ontario, and that's how you would leave it. It actually doesn't go down any more than that. It doesn't narrow down more than that. After that, you could actually really narrow down your audience by going into the interests section. And in here, this is where I want you to really spend a lot of time thinking about your target audience and thinking about what you think you should be selecting here. So you really have to know if they're teenagers, what are they into, and start really checking off those boxes. So for example, it could be high schoolers, it could be hipsters and trendsetters. These would be the interests that this particular target audience would have. You could go on and on. I'm not going to select all of them because I want you to really take the time to think about it and select only the things that you think your target audience would be interested in. Okay, so I'm going to close that. Afterwards, this would be your fourth step, which is you want to have a minimum daily budget, and the minimum daily budget is $20 Canadian. So that's what you want to have as a minimum budget for every single day that you're running this ad. And you also want to define what date you want this to run. So let's say you have your start date of the 12th of July and you want this to run for a couple of days. So that's what you would select in here. Your goal would probably remain video view rather than impressions, and you just leave it at auto bid. Now the second part, so we're going to go back to that second step that I skipped, which is the creation of the ad. And we're going to be using the Snapchat design platform for that because I find it super easy to use. So let's go ahead and hit on create. And we're going to browse over the different options that they give you in terms of how to creating an ad. So they've already pre-designed these, and we could go and we could browse and select which one you want to use. So I'm going to go ahead with this tomatoes one, and we're going to be editing directly within Snapchat. So first thing is first, you see that swipe up shape there on the bottom. We're going to be changing the color of that, and I'm going to be using my branding here, my branding colors, but I would suggest that, of course, you use your own clinic's branding colors. And so that call to action right there, as you see on the bottom, is going to appear in that sort of teal color. Next thing is your call to action. For you, it would probably be book an appointment or maybe call the clinic. So I'm going to use that book an appointment. Next thing that we want to do is we want to change the logo image. So I want to replace this standard one right there. And I'm going to be using my own right here. So let's just replace that. Perfect. So now just hit replace. Next thing is the messaging text. And so this is where you would use that title that you've already, catchy title that you've already thought about. So I'm just going to paste that. And then you want to change your background image. So let's just hit replace. I'm going to use this one. And let's go replace. This one. Come on. It takes a couple of seconds. Okay. Perfect. And so voila, you're going to see you are able to actually get a preview of this. You could change it. What I would suggest that you could do in terms of the messaging text, you could go in here on the right hand side and you could change the background of it simply by scrolling around. You could change, let's say, the background of that text to whitish, and the color of the text, rather, I think I actually changed it to pink, and the color of the text, let's say that we change it to black. So let's see how that appears. So it's actually red and black. So the effect is the background. So here the effect, I'm going to change it to white-ish, and the color we're going to leave it black. So that's how you could actually change the text and the background of the text. You could also change the size as well as the font. Right here, you would change that. So try and make it match the branding for your clinic. So if you have a specific font for your clinic, you could actually select it right here. So there we go. And here you could actually see that there's a bit of movement in your ad. So it looks a bit video-ish like. And that's how you would create an ad on Snapchat. Then you would simply go review. It's going to tell you whether your ad is looking good, and it's going to give you some options, some sort of best practices around here. If it's good, you go looks good. If you want to make some edits, then just go ahead and make edits. So looks good to me. Excellent. So now you could actually close this. You could actually close this. And the last part of this would be you would want to include your business street address, and of course you want to add a payment method to your ad, and then you are simply going to be hitting on that create my ad part. I hope this was useful, and I hope that you start using Snapchat ads for your own digital marketing strategies. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was really useful for you, and I really hope that you go and experiment a bit with Snapchat ads for your practice. Now, I'm going to be providing you a 4-step guide to get started, to get your digital marketing started, and you could actually download it and use it, read through it. It's amazing. It's full of tips and recommendations for your practice. The link is below in the description. Secondly, I am looking for suggestions for our videos. What do you want to hear about? What do you want to learn about for your practice? If you're a dentist, even if you're a doctor as well, what do you want to learn about in relation to digital marketing? Make sure to leave a comment below, and we will try and create a video on that topic.